All right, so we're almost caught up here on my stories, my weeks so far. Um, just went through week 3. Actually, Saturday was the end of week 3. Um, so sorry, zoned out for a second. So to give you an update on the baby, we did go to the doctor again for his 2-week checkup. He had gained almost another pound. They were extremely happy with that. So he was 7 pounds, 10 ounces. He gained an inch, so now he's 20 inches long. And so the doctor was like super happy with him and like his progress and everything like that. Did start to notice that he was very mucousy, snotty, and congested, sneezing a lot and coughing. The doctor says that this is normal. And I've read mixed stuff online, whether it's normal or not normal. As a mom, I'm like freaking out on the inside a little bit because I feel like he's sick. I mean, I'm with him 24/7, and I know him better than I think anybody. But whatever, I'm not a doctor. So apparently this is supposed to be pretty normal. That's what we're going through now, with either he's snotty and congested. We got this thing called the nose Frida that sucks out his boogers. That seems to help him a lot. Like, he hates it, but afterwards he like has a sigh of relief almost. He can breathe better. We also started doing this thing, or we got some stuff called gripe water, which I had heard about from a couple of my different mommy friends. And gripe water is just supposed to help overall with like gas and digestion and stuff like that, because I was noticing a pattern of like after I would feed Jameson, he would get kind of like fussy for a little while afterwards, like crying and arching his back and like moving and squiggling around. And I think that that is just him like trying to pass gas or poop or whatever. Another thing I do want to share is that breast milk is like a natural laxative for babies. Almost every time that I'm feeding him and he's having a good feed, like I would say like a 10 or 15 minute feed, he poops. And it's kind of gross, but it is what it is. So I think that that's about everything for him. I mean, overall, like so far, I think he's been a pretty good baby. I can't lie and say that there haven't been some really frustrating times when really want him to go to sleep and he's not going to sleep. I found that, anything over, like once he's been awake for like over an hour and a half, he's tired and he needs to take a nap. There's definitely such thing as overstimulation with babies if you have a lot of people over, stuff like that. And you got to watch out for that. One thing that my husband and I did talk about a lot this week was that we feel like we may have too soon had too many people over here. Everybody wants to meet the baby, and I totally get that and totally understand that. But a word of advice just from me, and no offense to anybody out there who came and saw the baby, but if I were to do this all over again, I would say probably in the first month, I would limit it to just close family. Because, like I said, first of all, I do think he's sick, but second of all, I think it's just been a lot on him, and it's a lot on you as a parent, to have people over almost every day. You're tired, the baby gets tired, it's just a lot. And so that's just a little word of advice from me. Week 3 for me started feeling a bit more normal, which was great. Ryan and I had a date night in like towards the end of week 2. We went to our favorite Mexican restaurant. I had a couple margaritas. We got some food. My mom watched Jameson, and doing something like that with Ryan was awesome. It kind of like turned everything around for me. It made me realize that I still do have a life and that things can still be normal and we can still like go on dates and stuff even though we have a little baby. So I started feeling a bit more normal in week 3 for sure last week. More myself, a lot less crying, and a lot less frustration and a lot less like baby blues, feeling like what the hell did I do? um, I did start having sore muscles, so I think it's just from everything kind of shrinking back down, is at least what I've been reading. So expect to have like sore ab muscles or soreness. My incision has healed up really, really nicely, but I'm still sore. I mean, I went through a major surgery. My friend told me about these lactation cookies to help with breastfeeding, which I got. They're not the best tasting things, but I have noticed an increase in my milk supply for sure. I'm able to pump like 3 ounces of milk now, like fairly quickly within like 5 minutes or so. Also, this cocoa butter for your nipples is like a game changer. I use that anytime before I pump now, and it was helping me a lot in the beginning when my nipples were really, really sore from breastfeeding him. So I think that catches us up on the last 3 weeks, and now moving forward, these will just be weekly videos documenting, like I said, me and the baby. Oh, I did want to say again about me, because I want this to be more than, it's going to be more than just about, it's going to be more than just about him and me. It's also, these videos are also supposed to be about like life and as a young person, and me trying to juggle work and family and start this business that I want. So I will say that I've been starting to think way more about work and returning to work and what I'm going to be doing and what I want to be doing, and how I can get fresh energy, my own little side hobby business, or side hobby and actual business. That's what I really want to happen this year. I have a newborn, and I also want to birth my business and make it a success. So obviously can't do much about it right now besides just daydream, but I think that's okay. I think that every once in a while you've got to just kind of stop and daydream about what you really want to do, about your goals and things like that. One thing that I have started doing, sneak peek for week 4, is I found this awesome podcast called Create and Thrive, and I'm listening to an episode in the mornings while I'm breastfeeding him. So it's making me feel like I'm doing something to better my future and become the entrepreneur that I want to become. So I will see you guys next week. Thanks.